You said earlier, networking has taken on a whole new meaning in today's digitally powered world. And I guess especially if you're an introvert, what we're about to watch is a good route to take. Social networking internet sites like MySpace, Facebook and LinkedIn have taken the world by storm as people crave interaction with like-minded individuals. A new addition to these sites is South African invention MyGenius. The site is based primarily on business networking. Elaine Jacques reports.
The internet, with its endless possibilities, has changed the face of communication. Emails, blogs and social networking sites have made it possible to voice your opinion and promote yourself on a public platform. Based on this concept, South African entrepreneurs created a business networking site called MyGenius.
Traditional networking was a little bit dodgy, if you ask me. It is, somebody would gather 100 people in a room in the hope that somebody would meet somebody else and open a door of opportunity or learn from something. The maths doesn't stack up. It's not very good. What we try now achieve with the help of the internet is I can spend half an hour once a week and say, now, who this week do I really want to engage with? Not those 10,000 people, but these 50 guys here who seem to have a specific area where I might be able to collaborate with them. And so I'm able to hone in and say, those 50 guys, or maybe even 10 or 5 from that 50, I need to now engage and go and have a lunch with or a coffee, and we could take our individual businesses forward. So it's really about making it much more productive form of networking than the traditional model where you shoved a whole lot of people in a room.
Unlike most networking sites, MyGenius is predominantly focused on linking business people. It allows users to create blog posts, forum topics, groups and contact members through a personal message system.
It's very much business focused. As you come in, you're asked to describe exactly what your unique business challenge is today and what your unique value add is. So from the very beginning, it sets the tone which says, we're here to do business. And we equip people with the skills, and we ask them the right questions to enable them to engage productively with other business people out there. That's the key thing. We don't worry. It's not our concern whether you started the business yesterday or it's been going for 10 years. Fact of the matter, in order to be able to engage in this modern internet-based environment, you need to know who you are, what your biggest challenge is, and what you're trying to achieve. And so we encourage people to go through those processes first. Things like Facebook and other things are fantastic systems, but they're more like, how do I make it this weekend more sociable with my friends? This is very business focused. It's a very trusted environment as well. We have to create that trust in order to be able to enable these business transactions.
The site already has over 10,000 registered members, and established businesses are starting to see the value of networking online.
Our quest to provide a full experience to customers, or an enjoyable experience to customers, we have to add on a lot of differentials into the projection of our brand. One of those projections being a relevant projection, which is communication media and networking. And this is where MyGenius came to us. We realized that at the forefront of all of our customer profiles is the need to communicate, and the need to communicate effectively. And through a medium such as MyGenius, they're able to network with one another, to log on to the system, to join MyGenius, and to enjoy a community within a community, which is Mug and Bean.
The site has now gained popularity internationally.
Funders from Canada looking at great ideas in South Africa. Can you imagine the collaboration that might come out of that?
So really networks like that transforming traditional methods of networking. How do you sift through it all, though? I mean, MyGenius clearly stating that it's there, out there to do business, and it's clear from the start. But how do you sift through the vast array that you're presented with on a daily basis?
I think I'd want to say two things in that regard, Alicia. The first one is that one of the trends that we've seen after the social networking site explosion, the MySpace, Facebook explosion, is that we're starting to see lots of vertically oriented social networks. So social networks around business specifically, or social networks around health or the medical sector, social networks around people who love to soup up their cars or whatever it is. And so people are starting to get involved in niche social networks and are finding a lot of value for them personally in those more niche spaces. There'll be smaller networks, but there'll be a higher quality of interaction because they're guaranteed to find people that are like-minded.